Hi, I'm RJ, living for the moments. Thank you for joining us for this week's cosplay interview with the one and only Tiffany Dawn Cosplay.
Hello.
How are you doing this evening?
I'm good. I just ate dinner, highlight of the day, cruising.
Awesome. Why don't you start off? Tell us a little about yourself. We already know you're Tiffany Dawn. What cosplays do you do, and like where are you from?
I'm from, if you can't tell, the deep south. I'm from Anderson, South Carolina, which is more recognizable as Greenville. I'm about 15 minutes away from Greenville. I cosplay different stuff. Pokemon Gajinkas, crazy psychotic anime characters, just lady stuff.
What's your favorite cosplay?
My favorite one that I have done is probably just the one that was most proud of, which was my Jigglypuff Gajinka by Cowslip. That was really fun to work on and incorporate a lot of different like sewing techniques and elements. And I was just most proud of the way that one came out.
Awesome. All right. When you're not cosplaying, what are you doing?
Being real lazy. I like to paint. I have a few paintings I'm working on now, and I like to play League of Legends, but I'm real bad at it.
I hear you on that one. I'm not the greatest League of like my friends were like, hey, come play League of Legends with me. I was like, okay, do you want to lose? Because that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, me too. I'm not good at any video games except Pokemon. I'm like okay at that, but anything else, I'm just naturally bad at video games, and that's okay.
Pokemon's very easy, except for when you think you think you could take on the Elite Four and you really can't, and you get like one-shotted every time by the like first Pokemon he brings out.
Spend all your money on all those floor stores, and oh, it's so disappointing.
Yes.
I'm only good at games that they make for 12-year-olds.
So, what does cosplay mean to you?
Basically to me, I like to cosplay to express like my love for certain things, and it's really the best way. I've loved Pokemon for years, and seeing like people transition it into different arts and actually bringing that to life is really cool for me. It's also like a de-stress and I guess like outlet for me because I do get like really mad at things a lot and really stressed out when stuff doesn't go my way. But I also look forward, the whole day coming home and working on something and then looking that I made this. That's pretty cool.
Are those Monster High dolls behind you?
But yeah, they are.
I'm surprised a certain somebody who said they want one has not come over and stole them.
I think like it was half my fault that she did that because I got that one over there on Black Friday and I was like, look, Amanda, they're so cute. She's like, oh, I love those, and my mom got me that one. And we were talking about how from like a costuming perspective, they're so intricate and they pose such a challenge to cosplayers because obviously like she has like skeleton legs. How do you do that? I don't know. And they're fascinating about how someone would actually think of that. Like, I want to make monsters, but I want to make them cute. And that's what we do all the time.
I hear your phone. I hear someone's phone vibrating. That
Yeah,
reminds me. Let me turn my phone off.
Thought I put it over here. I'm sorry. It's Ashley. I'm sorry, Ashley.
I'm going to turn my phone off because it will end up going off in the middle of this interview. I know it will.
No, mine will be up for 30 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. What is your personal cosplay style? Accuracy, hardcore, casual, competitive?
I wanted to get into competitive so bad last year, and just kind of like I actually was going to make like a competition costume for Ichi, which is still sitting right there on my bookshelf. And the thing I don't really like about competition is that you get so greedy. Like when there's like prizes and stuff like that. Well, at least for me, I don't speak for anybody else. I was making this like with like dollar signs in my eyes, looking at that prize and everything, and it ruined the whole experience for me. I wasn't, enjoying making it. I was so focused on making sure I didn't make a mistake that I didn't have fun with it. So I guess you could say that I really like just do it casually, but I also like to make sure that everything I do, I put my best work into to satisfy myself as a seamstress.
That's awesome. What do you think your most well-known cosplay is, and why do you think is your most well known?
Oh, uh, oh no, I wasn't prepared for this because I have no idea. A lot of people, I feel like I've asked this before, maybe like my favorite people's favorite costume of mine, and I guess I get Nui a lot. Um, I don't really see any of them as being like well known. It's weird for me, but I guess Nui's cool.
Hey, what do you prefer to cosplay from? Like comic books, video games, movies, anime?
I guess can I do like a all of the above? Can I create my own thing? Like just do
Yes.
all above for there. I really like all of them. Like, I like taking anime characters because they have such a wide range. You can be psychotic, you can be adorable, you can be crazy, you can be super cool. I like superheroes because everybody loves a superhero. Everybody idealizes them in one way or another, and that's cool to feel so empowered by that. Video games, I'm real bad at them, so I can be good at that one part of video games by cosplaying them. Yeah, I guess
Awesome.
everything. I like to do a little
Yeah.
bit of everything.
That's awesome. And I just realized this is on my alternate YouTube channel. This is not recording on my YouTube channel that I wanted to record on. I'm kind of sad right now.
Oh, we can upload it later.
Yeah, I can.
It'll be all right.
Okay. On average, how long does it take for you to complete a costume?
Oh man. I've completed them in a span of 2 weeks before, but if I really take my time with it, I would go with a month. My Gajinka took about a month, but my Annie costume actually only took me about a week and a half, but only because I had gotten my wisdom teeth taken out that week, and I
Oh,
had nothing to do. I didn't want to go in public because I looked like a freaking chipmunk, and like I couldn't drive myself anywhere because I was on painkillers all the time. So I just sat in front of a sewing machine, which probably wasn't the best thing to do.
I know the wisdom teeth pain. I had all four of mine removed at the same time.
Me too. It was.
And then I got dry sockets.
Oh, I got one.
Yeah,
I got
my
one.
bottom two went dry sockets on me, and that I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
No. It was fun though. My mom, I was like, Mom, you should have recorded it. She was telling me that when we got out of the dentist's office, and I don't remember any of this. I remember waking up in my bed with like blood on my face. She said we went into like the drugstore like drive-through to get my medication, and I had worked at Sam's at the time, and I was like, oh, why can't we go get it at Sam's? I want to go to Sam's Club. She said I pitched a fit in the drive-through line wanting to go to Sam's Club.
I don't remember much of mine either. I just remember my dad said I just kept saying I was thirsty and I wanted a Sonic Frosty.
That was kind of like one of the best things I think that happened to me because I love junk food and weird stuff, and like I got to eat mashed potatoes and applesauce for a straight week, and it was the best week.
Awesome. All right. Do you regularly attend conventions, and what cons are what cons do you plan on attending?
My regular ones that like I get really sad if I don't miss are Momo, Dragon, and AWA. They're my three favorites, and the ones that like I can almost guarantee I'm always going to go to unless I just go into like a financial depression or in the hospital. This year though, I think I'm like 75% on Katsucon. Like I said, unless I just get appendicitis or something.
Or you get
I can't
snowed
go.
in
Yeah,
like last year?
yeah.
Yeah. Like everybody's like, we don't want to take the chance to go to Katsucon because we might get snowed in.
Nah, then, I mean, if you call that a work, though, I mean, you have the best excuse. I literally can't, there's no physical way for me to get there. I'm sorry. I just can't do it.
How did you discover cosplay, and how long have you been cosplaying?
Oddly enough, it was Amanda. Because I remember at the time that I really got into, like, Adventure Time had started coming on Cartoon Network, and I was like, oh, man, this is not a kid's show, but I really like it. She had posted one of her Marcy cosplays, and I was like, you can do that. You can be that. I want to do that. That's awesome. I want to do that. And so I did. And it was really fun.
Awesome. All right. Now, question: if you didn't discover cosplay and you were not cosplaying, what would you be doing?
Oh, probably like still being bad at video games. Like I'm trying to think what I did before, and that's we used to right before we moved before we moved out of our apartment, we didn't have cable or TV or anything, so we just sat with our PlayStation all day and like played Skyrim drinking games. like,
That sounds dangerous.
Probably still doing that. No, it's great. I should have wrote it down. I don't remember it now, but it was great. Yeah,
somebody asked me that question the other day, and I was like, there was a life before cosplay?
I'm like, what would I be doing with all of this money and free time?
All right. What do you think the biggest strength and weakness of the cosplay community is?
Strength definitely is the support. And I'll follow up on that in a minute. Anytime like I have a problem, I have a question, I'm like, I don't want to work on this today or anything, there's literally tons of people that will be like, no, you can do it. You go sew that thing. Or, well, here, have you tried this tutorial? Have you seen this? Don't give up on yourself, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, I feel like people are very quick to support someone, but they're also very, very quick to put themselves in a place that's not so friendly to other people. But, I mean, that's just human nature, I think. I think that goes on everywhere.
Yes. Very true. Speaking of not supporting, have you ever had to deal with, like, haters or, like, negative, like, comments, and how did you deal with it, and what advice could you give to someone who has to deal with it?
I hope this doesn't sound weird or anything, but I really haven't.
Better knock on some wood.
Yeah, let me do that. I know, I really haven't had people just be like blatantly mean or anything for any reason. But that's just related to cosplay. But I have had, growing up and just in general, people are going to do that just because they have self-esteem issues or whatever reason. And all you can really do is just kind of like brush it off and just move on with your life. Those people are only like that for whatever reason. They have something going on, and you shouldn't let it affect your life at all.
All right. Just let you know, anybody who is watching, there is, if you actually go back to the event page, it should be, or there should be a live Q&A button that you can click to ask awkward questions.
Oh my god, I want to do it too. I can find it too.
I had never seen it from the viewer's perspective, so I don't know exactly where the Q&A button is.
Oh, there it is. Oh, cool.
Are you going
I'm going to be that person to ask myself a question.
That would be a first.
That would be weird.
What do you think of the term cos famous and its competitive nature of the what do you think about the term cos famous and the competitive nature of the cosplay social media?
See, I will acknowledge that some people see it as a competitive source, but you can't really deny that there are some cosplayers that are, in a sense, famous or whatever. Like, I'm sure Yaya Han walks on the street and people recognize her. That's not going to happen to me, but you have to admit that there are cosplayers like that. As far as, like, a competitive nature, I like to believe that there aren't people that, their sole goal in the crafting community is just to be widely recognized for it. Everybody wants praise for their work and for it to be recognized, but I want to trust in people that that's not their only purpose for doing things. So I kind of just like to turn a blind eye to that and just be like, no, that doesn't exist. People aren't like that. No. And if I ever meet someone that is like that, I'm just like, maybe you have some better qualities that I will like in you as a person that I can overlook that for.
Awesome. All right, I have a question from one of my cosplay idols for Living for the Moments. Ask her from Abby Doss Cosplay and Tree Stars Cosplays, butt stuff or nah?
They were supposed to keep that a secret, but it's just. You guys weren't supposed to. You guys weren't supposed to tell anybody that we did all that weird stuff. I'm just kidding. Patrick, we all know that you had your eye on that sexy blow-up doll at Secret Santa. We all know that happened.
Speaking. Oh, her ears must have been ringing because somebody just popped up into the interview.
What is that? That little cannon firing at my little head. I see.
No, I don't.
From
there she is.
Abby Dawn Cosplay.
Abby, pause the YouTube.
Girl, you lagging.
Oh.
3 stars cosplay.
I'm going to mute her till she.
Stuff or not?
Oh, you're getting muted.
You're the hottest troll I've ever seen in my life. Did you know that?
Abby, yeah. There they are. They muted them.
Look at those cuties. Look at them.
Okay. Abby, yes, it's working. I just muted you because your feedback is really bad. You have the interview actually playing, so we can hear ourselves. You have to unmute yourself now because I muted you. Anyway, back to questions. Oh, that face because I muted her. I can't unmute you because you.
Oh. There's a little microphone button.
Yeah, there's a little microphone button.
Right above RJ's head.
Yeah, right above my head. There's a little microphone button. Butt stuff or not. Well, I guess she's going to let you stay muted and just crash your interview and make dorky faces.
I'm totally okay with that. That's A+.
Yes. All right, where were we at? Okay, so if you had no financial time limits, what would be your dream cosplay?
I definitely would want to make a few things. Sarah's gown from The Labyrinth is something for me that I don't even care about financial. If I had the skill to make that, I would. There's so many. Like, I could just look around and, like, just be like, I want to do that or that. But definitely that is, by definition, my dream cosplay is that ball gown.
Oh, we just have a random Abby Ados in the chat.
This is my entourage, actually. It's my plus one.
This right here is why nobody trolls her, because they will get beat up by her.
Yay.
Okay, so if you could take one cosplayer out to lunch and ask them anything, who would you take and what would you talk about?
Probably Ricky, Riddle's Messy Wardrobe. I've been, this in the least creepy sense I can say, is obsessed with her as soon as I entered this hobby, just because, like, she's amazing. Like, anything she makes, I'm just like, yes. And yes, her boobs are really nice. Thank you, Abby. Abby said that. She's like one of my few prints I have on my wall. There's so much I would ask her, like, how do you do this or this and that, and how did you make that, and how are you so beautiful?
Yeah, I actually get to see her in a couple weeks. The end of February, I'll get to see her. She's going to be at a convention I'm going to.
Oh, cool. I love her.
All right,
She's really nice.
What is one thing that you wish you knew before you started cosplaying?
Oh my god, I wish I would have known how much stuff I was gonna need, because that's the hardest part when you first start and you're like, okay, so let's sew this. Oh, I sewed it wrong. Well, how do I unsew this? And then you got to go to Walmart at 3 o'clock in the morning and buy a seam ripper, or you need this type of foot and you have to wait for it to come in on Amazon, or this and that. And if somebody would have told me all that, I would have just saved up for like a year and then just bought it all at once.
That's awesome. Okay. And Bandit Spurs, I know you're watching. If you have any questions, you can't find the Q&A button, you can shoot me a message. Just, I know you have somebody from Canada and Australia watching right now.
Oh my gosh, cool. Isn't it bad that the first thing when you said Australia, I thought about this TV show I watched. It was like an Australian show called Jemay, and I wanted to be like, "Oh, you're from Australia, so you must know about the show."
Famum says Party Rock.
Yes. Wait, who is that? Do I know this person? Sounds like someone that I know would say that. Oh, it's freaking Brittany. Okay, no, it's Brittany. Yes, beautiful Brittany is what I call her. Hey, Brittany, I love you.
We got a question all the way from Australia from Fisty Cups. I probably just totally said her name wrong. She's probably going to yell at me for saying her name wrong.
Fisty Cups.
Would you? Okay, hold on. Let me read her question. If you could only attend one con this year, any con, which one would you go to?
PAX.
I'm sad. You should have said Dragon Con.
Well, like, I've been to Dragon Con before, and I've never been to PAX, and I want to go for so long, and I want to go.
Abby said Momo.
Abby, no. You missed me talk about Momo earlier.
I guess your beautiful Brittany said Phenom.
Yes.
Must be an inside joke.
It's our secret code.
Our
Party Rock code.
All right. What's one piece of advice that you would give to somebody who's just starting cosplay?
Oh no. I don't know if I can give advice. Can I do that?
Yeah, you can give advice.
You're gonna step on a pin at one point in this process, and it's gonna get stuck, and it's gonna be really gross, and it's okay. And don't give up. And it's okay if you gotta make something 5 times. It's okay. You keep making it. You do that.
Start small. That's what Abby says. Yeah. I don't know if people can see her chat or not. Actually, I don't know if they can see her chatting or not. So
definitely start small. Don't do what I did and try to make a ball gown with L-wire with body paint and all. Don't do that. I almost died. I could have died.
What do you think the hardest part of cosplay is?
Probably like limiting myself on how many costumes to make in a year. I'm like, no, Tiffany, you don't have money for that, but just you don't need to pay the phone bill this week. It's okay. Yeah, definitely like holding back, I think, is the hardest part for me. Because if I had it my way, I would just do everything. I would do a new costume every 2 weeks.
Awesome. Oh, I think Abby unmuted herself.
Did you figure it out?
I think I did.
Yay! Yeah.
Can you hear me? Yay! I found headphones. It happened to be right next to me with a microphone in them, and that was really spiffy.
Yay! We can hear her, and we have no echo now.
Yeah, because I just had it like unplugged, and I didn't know it was gonna do that, and I didn't know my volume was all the way up either, because I'm too dumb for internet.
Awesome. All right. I got a couple more questions. I actually just thought of a question up in my head, and I know Abby's here. This is gonna be a good answer. What is the most embarrassing thing to happen to you at a convention?
Abby, go first. I don't know.
Oh gosh, no! Why would you? Okay, so I think it was right after I had finished Midna. I was so proud of it, and people actually wanted to shoot with me, and I was like, whoa, this is weird, because people are like paying attention to me. I'm like, who am I? I'm nobody. And I set up, and Atlas Photography had his fancy setup, and I'm like, yeah, I just finished this Midna, and as I said it, from moving around all day, something popped off, like the Velcro collapsed, and my whole skirt just hit the floor out of nowhere. And so I'm just standing there in my little bodysuit, and I was like, oh, give me 5 minutes. I'll be right back.
Oh my goodness.
In the middle of a photo shoot. It was awful.
As you were telling that, I remembered what happened to me and Stephanie at Ichiban Con a few weeks ago, and got really sad.
That I've been proposed to at cons. I don't know if it froze up. It just froze up really bad for me.
Yeah, you're good. We hear you.
Okay. Yeah, no, I've been proposed to probably 3 or 4 times at conventions now, and I think the worst was at IMTAC when I was wearing Samus, and my boyfriend stepped away to take his last like smoke break before he quit for good, and I had like 10 people with me, and this guy ran up to propose, and they all collectively took a step back just to see what I would do instead of helping me, and I had no clue who this was.
Oh.
It was actually me.
On the floor.
Surprise.
I bet it was. You were a little black 14-year-old boy.
Just wait, Abby. Now that you told me that, wait till Dragon Con. I'm gonna make sure and get like, I'm going to wait. And actually, but I'm not going to propose to you. I'm going to propose to Patrick.
Do it, because I think that would be hilarious, and I love torturing Patrick with really awkward things from other guys. It's like a hobby of mine. Tiffany knows.
Yeah.
There was that one time that I gave him a really, really strong hug, and I think I almost killed him.
He's stronger than he looks. It's okay.
Yeah. So. All right. Well, my final question that I have. Oh, actually, I'm sorry.
Wait. No, Tiffany didn't answer.
Oh no, Tiffany, answer.
Oh yeah. Oh, me and Steph, we were just at. I hate to talk smack about a con, but it was at Ichiban Con, which does not surprise me. But me and Stephanie were just. It was Friday night, and we had just got there, and I like to call the time when I arrived there as shots o'clock. So you could tell that we were probably intoxicated. And we go downstairs, and there's this guy standing with all these other dudes, and they're like, oh. And he grabs me and Stephanie under one arm. He says, you know who these guys are? And I was like, nope. Nope, don't know them. Walked right by them. Don't know them. And he was like, oh, well, these guys is the local Pokemon champions. So naturally, I was like, well, I'll take them. Is that like a claim that's up for grabs? Because I'll beat them. And he wasn't having it. And he proceeded to like ask me and Steph how old we are and mention that he had to know that for explicit reasons, and I told him it was red light, gotta go. I'm really sad though. He didn't let me battle those guys though. That was most embarrassing. I didn't get to prove my skill as a Pokemon trainer.
That would have been my creeper status would have been like bling bling bling. Well, I've shared this one before. I've actually had like two kind of embarrassing moments. The one was with RJ Hattie at Pensacon. Like, my name's RJ too. Well, I was following him around because I was supposed to interview him, and this lady comes up behind us, and she's like, hey, RJ, can I have a picture? So distinctively, like, I just like flip around and go, sure, but I'm not in cosplay. And the lady's like, not you. And I'm like, oh.
No, that's when you grab that situation. You grab that situation by the freaking throat and you go, excuse me, I don't know who you're talking to about this guy, but I don't think you know who I am, personally. And I don't want to take a picture with you, thank you.
It was funny though, because like RJ, the actual RJ Hattie heard it, and he started laughing, and I was just like, I'm just going to awkwardly walk over here.
You grab that situation by the balls and take command of it.
Yeah. And then the other awkward situation, like awkward, embarrassing moment was at Dragon Con. There was a certain cosplayer. I'm a hugger. Like when I see people that I've like seen on the internet and like talked to, I like to hug. And like I went to hug this cosplayer, and she just straight up like put her hand in my face and was like, "No, I'm not a hugger." And I was like, oh.
Damn.
Awkward. I was like, okay, well, hi, bye then. So, but, okay. So, what skill do you wish you had, or a skill that you wish you could improve upon?
Armor.
Hey, Abby.
I'm bad at it. It works really well because Abby's good at it, and my friend Jordan, Beagle K, he's really good at it, and I have all of these resources, and I'm too scared to like be at home by myself doing it. So unless one of them wants me to live in their house for a month, then that's...
See, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on the Jordan thing, just because I disagree with complimenting Jordan ever, because his ego's only the size of Russia.
I hope he's watching.
He's my bro, but him and Kyler are on my disagree with compliments list.
Just always.
I'm not going to insult his stuff, but I'm going to disagree with complimenting it because so many people already compliment their stuff. Their egos are big enough.
Oh, we got Double Stomp is here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Willie, what cosplay are you looking forward to doing the most in 2015?
oh no, my secrets are revealed. You sold me out, Willie. Well, the one I'm working on now is over here. I'm really looking forward to, which is mine from Akame ga Kill, and Akame from Akame ga Kill, which is still over there. But one thing that's on my, like, I really want to do it this year, hopefully if I can, is Impa from Hyrule Warriors. Abby's gonna be like, oh, Impa's terrible. I know she's gonna say it. But I really want to do that this year, and if I decide to do it, that's gonna be the one I look forward to most. Absolutely.
Oh, Willie just asked the same question, but he said, "What up, fools?" I like Willie. I met Willie at Dragon Con. He's a chill dude. I like
Willie's
him.
the bomb.
Yeah, he's on my list. I'm thinking of cosplay photographer questions, which is really hard when you think like cosplay photography questions are really hard to come up with. Like it's easy to ask cosplayers stuff, but you're like
Photography is like the science of science of the cosplay community that like we all appreciate, but we don't understand. We're like, I know that it took a lot of work to take that real good photo, but I couldn't tell you where to start because I have a iPhone camera and that's about it.
all right. So my last question that I have while we wait for Willie to ask more questions is my cosplay message is keep calm and cosplay on. What would you say your cosplay message is?
It's just a little bit of blood. It'll be fine. I'm so clumsy. The reason I say that is I'm so clumsy. Anytime I do anything, I hurt myself. Prop making is the worst because I'm the last person that needs to own X-Acto knives or a Dremel or anything like that, but I do. And it's literally blood, sweat, and tears all the time. So it's just a little bit of blood. It's just battle damage. It's fine.
I can tell you what Abby's is. Poop.
No, Abby's is squeak it out.
Squeak it out, yeah.
Squeak it out.
It is funny though, like when people if by chance my phone, like the other day, my phone was on Abby's contact and like
hear what happens going on.
And yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, it keeps freezing up really bad. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but it just like keeps freezing on my end. Oh
well, like Abby's contact in my phone is Sexy Squeaky Man. And it has a squeaky toy, and like one of my friends was just like, who is? Do I even want to know who Sexy Squeaky Man is? And I was like, it's the sexiest man alive.
Yes. Oh baby, that's me.
I missed a really good opportunity at Christmas time to get you a whole box of squeaky toys. Man, I gotta do that.
Oh, you should have.
I gotta do that.
Valentine's present?
Yeah, of course. Can't miss that one. We're gonna get you some good stuff.
All right. Well, we have reached the point that we are waiting on questions, any more questions to come, but till then, do you have any shout-outs or thank yous?
Did you ever answer the butt stuff or nah? Because, like, if it's not or nah.
I told you guys you can't ask other people that. You can only do that when there's no one else around. I told you that before.
Okay, but that's not an or nah, so I got some hope here.
Well, Abby's already here, so there goes one shout out. You know, shout out Willie. Willie'sTheBomb.com.
Amen on Willie.
Willie's the bomb. He works real hard. I know for experience working with him, like in a real job, and in like the cosplay community, that he will literally get up in the morning, go to work, and come home and just on it working on something else for the day. So, Amanda Finley Cosplay. She'll always come over like, hey, you want to craft on stuff, and we'll craft together, and it's just a real supportive process. And of course, my friend Terrence, who keeps me from lighting my cosplays on fire a lot, which is also really nice because I would be sad if I actually did that.
That's a bad thing to set cosplays on fire. That's really bad.
And
We have
for keeping me party rocking.
All right. Willie has a question for both Abby and Tiffany, and it says, "What was the most hilarious moment that ever happened to you at a con?"
Hilarious?
Yes.
I think we both know that it was recent and that we can't talk about it.
Oh.
I think I know what
You know what it is.
Okay, when we get off the air, I have to hear this story.
Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah, because you weren't in okay. Yeah, no, there was another one that I was like, did I sit on you and Amanda? But it was somebody else, okay. There was butt squishing.
Oh, wow.
No, there was that guy in the stairs that nobody knew who he was, but he kept following us at Ichiban Con. You remember that? And we walked away, and I was like, did you know him? No, did you know him? No.
We should have been more scared than we were laughing. We were probably drunk.
We were so tired and hungry, but he followed us for like an hour, and I was like,
we don't know you.
Everybody just assumed everybody else knew him. I thought he was like Terrence's friend because he was kind of creepy.
I don't know if any of y'all saw on my personal Facebook today. This guy this older gentleman photoshopped his face onto my face from picture from Dragon Con.
I did see
I wish
that.
somebody would do that to me. That would be great.
It's a picture from me at the underwear party at Dragon Con Thursday night with all the ladies, and like this guy legitly just photoshopped my face out of it and put his furry face on my face.
Oh my gosh, it was awful. I was like, this doesn't even, like, that doesn't work.
I'm going to look at this right now because I don't want to be out of the loop.
But that picture went like semi-viral anyway, so I'm just like.
It's on Imager. At last time I checked, it had like 1.5 million views. And like I Google searched it the other day, and it had it was on like almost 300 websites.
Wow.
Yeah, like it's on a website in Japan, Russia, like everywhere. I'm like, why no? Like I just gotta see it. Like I'm gonna visit Russia one day, and I'm like walk down the side of the road, and like they're like, we know you, and I'm like, oh god. So.
Well, I'm gonna be late to this party because I just now found it.
Did you find it? Did you find the picture, Tiffany?
Oh my god, I just found it. Why is he doing that? You know what? I hate to say this, but I mean, it looks like pretty good Photoshop work.
Well, there's another one.
Oh no, it's not that good.
The Russian one, he put, you could tell he photoshopped it and then put it on Instagram and put a filter on it.
Oh my.
I think Abby froze.
That's doing too much.
Yeah, sorry, my computer froze up. Yeah, it froze up really bad. I was like,
that's
everything.
Photoshop your face on your body.
All right, Emily Brown has a question. What is the best thing you bought at a con?
I don't really buy merch at cons because I'm like a penny pincher, and I'm like, nah, man, I know that's on Amazon for $20 less. But I did buy the little Pocky. They're like triple tipped one time, and they're really good because I like my priorities are like sleep, food, and alcohol, like in that order. And so if I have like $50 on me and I'm there for the rest of the day, I'm like, man, I gotta eat. I'm probably gonna need a snack. All this stuff. so probably that Pocky.
I'm an art person. Like when I go to cons, I try to stay. Yeah. I try to stay out of artist alley until like the last day because If I go like visit Artist Alley the first day, I will be broke for the rest of the weekend.
You're so right, because I'm stupid, because I bought this at Heroes Con, and it is clearly my favorite, obviously.
Oh, Riddle.
And then there's an artist that I really like that comes around the southeast of cons, this Paprika Studios, and she does the cutest freaking cheapies. And I always buy stuff from her while I'm there.
We got another question from Down Under, Australia. What is your favorite Pokemon team?
Like team, like 6 Pokemon? I had a drawing of this somewhere. I don't know what I did with it.
Your favorite, like, what Pokemon do you like to use the most when playing Pokemon?
Probably my favorite, I don't know if you can see him over there, like, my favorite Pokemon is Mamoswine. And I like to use him a lot because you can earthquake bitches, you can blizzard bitches, you got, and it looks super cool. And he's ice, which is the best type of Pokemon. So, man, that's fine.
I have I have Ruby Red or Omega Ruby right now. That's what I've been like playing. And favorite Pokemon. But I forgot what he's called, but he's the fire Pokemon that you get in the very beginning, the fire bird Pokemon.
That was your favorite, and then you forgot his name? That's Torchic.
Well, it's because I gave him a nickname. His name is Diggle from Arrow.
You said from Red or from the new game that they just redid? Oh yeah, Torchic.
The new one. I don't remember his name because he's the only Pokemon I gave a nickname to, and I gave him the nickname Diggle.
So you got to get in that competitive play. Like I only nickname my my EV trained Pokemon. That way I know the difference.
It keeps freezing. I'm sorry if it's like talking over somebody.
It's fine. Bandit Spurs wants to know, have you announced your KatsuCon lineup yet, Tiffany?
I haven't, because I honestly have no idea what I'm bringing. Right now I'm working on mine to bring, just so it'll be kind of like warm and frilly and pretty. I want to bring Princess Mars with my friend Stephanie, who's doing Princess Venus. But again, like I don't like to rush things. So like if it gets done in time, that would be amazing, and I'm going to try to, but I don't want to rush it. But other than that, I mean, I might bring some like Lolita stuff, but I'm not really sure other than that.
My dog just sneezed all over my leg.
You hate that?
He does that to me all the time in my
They don't even know manners, so you can't even get mad.
Like it was a dog. Hold on, this dog's went outside. Yep. Hold on, 1 second.
Oh wait, so do we get to like jack the interview while he's putting the dog out?
Nope.
God, dance party.
Yeah. Okay. The Venom, I think that was your friend, wants to know what was the last cosplay you fangirled over in person?
No, Mom. No. All right, come here, Mom. Come here, say hi. Come. No? Okay, you make up your mind. She it was creeping in. It's like, what are you doing? I'm trying to really remember because I want to say I have a horrible memory, first of all, but like it's like a trigger memory. I just looked at my Naval Mars costume. Remember when I was wearing that at MomoCon, there was a guy dressed in I don't know how to say this without sounding really terrible, like a Jesus outfit and a Pidgeotto mask with a Helix fossil. And I was like, we're all going home. You win. That's great. You're so hilarious, and that's perfect. It wasn't even like, this is so well made. It was like, you are so clever, and I want that costume.
Abby?
Yes.
What is your last cosplay that you fangirled over?
Like, okay, so the crappy part was I didn't get to even see it because my friend tagged me in a picture from downstairs. I was putting on my Bee from Bee and Puppycat, and he tagged me in these Bee and Puppycat cosplayers' picture, and they're like, guess who's downstairs? And so all I had to do was put on my wig. So I put on my wig and I ran downstairs, and I think I circled the convention floor for over an hour, and I couldn't find them. But I was like freaking out because they had the Bee spacesuit and then the prince and the princess, and I was like freaking out. I was like, where are they? And I went around for like an hour, like, demanding if anybody had seen them. And everybody's like, they went that way. And I was
Okay.
like, well, you suck.
So
Alright.
we've stolen.
I got a question. I got 2 females in here. So y'all,
Yeah.
one of y'all have bound to have that answer to this. What is up with the boob window sweaters?
I like them.
They make me sad because I don't have boobs. And
I
a
know,
window
but I like looking at boobs, so...
Like,
And
what is the deal? Why is everybody wearing them? I'm so confused.
because some girls like people to look at their boobs, and boobs, I don't know if you know, but boobs get hot.
Yeah.
So I don't have big enough boobs to wear the sweater, but I would imagine if my boobs were as big as the boob sweater wearing girls, my boobs would get hot, and then in a sweater, and they got breathe. So I think it's a breathability issue.
Yeah, and we get to
solved it.
use them as pockets, and it's just so you don't have to like go like through something. You can go right there. And let's be honest, if anybody in Japan like makes anything popular, I'm gonna be all over that. Like just because I'm kind of a weeb, but it's okay.
I was just curious because like all I've seen in my newsfeed for like the past week is like, oh my god, I got a boob sweater, and I was like, why are people so crazy over? Like
it's not a good investment for me because I would have to get boobs and a boob sweater. So like that's just doesn't work for me.
All right, Rebecca Brown wants to know what is the most frustrating moment you've had while working on a costume.
Oh, that when I was working on that Naval Mars jacket, I was lining it, and I had never like done that before, and so it has like little shoulder things right here that I was sewing inside out, and it wouldn't fit around my sewing machine, and I think I did it like 6 times, and I wanted to throw it across the room, and it was so annoying.
Awesome. All right, Bandit Spurs wants to know what is your favorite childhood fandom. And have you cosplayed from it yet?
Oh, there's so many. When I was a kid, I like had this giant collection of Disney movies that I haven't got to tap into like from a cosplay perspective yet. But like, Pokemon was my jam. Like my brothers watched it all the time. I watched it. I play the games growing up. So to kind of to start doing that with Gaijinkas is really fun.
Awesome. All right, Brittany wants to know what anime are you watching currently?
Parasite. So good. So good.
There's one cosplay or one anime that someone told me that I needed to watch.
Probably Parasite because it's
Psychopaths.
Oh, Psychopaths. I haven't seen that yet. I suck.
Hey, the ad's back.
I just finished Akame ga Kill 2, which, you know, it gets, like, mixed reviews. Like, people that like to read the manga or, like, don't like the show, manga's better. But, like, me, I'm like, you know, I can do, you know, either one's fine with me.
Yeah. Anime for me is very, very hard. Like, I'm such a heavy comic book and, like, Marvel DC person that anime is so hard. Like I love the fandoms of anime, but getting like actually watching something down, like I've only ever watched one anime all the way through, and that was Girls Bravo, and I'll watch it again.
Everybody would watch Girls Bravo again. I'm kind of like you in the sense that I'm obsessed with science fiction. So when I started watching anime, it was really hit or miss for me. I would either like the stupidest stuff that was like had no plot whatsoever, or the craziest stuff like Kill la Kill and Akame ga Kill and like just horrible, gory, violent. I love that kind of stuff. But I also love like Shuffle and Free. So that doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's okay.
Yeah. I still remember like because what happened was I was like, well. I'm starting to really get into cosplay, and like I run a cosplay site, so I didn't know all the fandoms. So I went to Netflix, and I was like, what anime am I going to watch? And like I was like, hey, there's a hot girl on the cover of that one. I'm going to watch Girls Bravo. And
little did you know.
And like my logic on this guy though was like he was running, like he got transported to that world, and I'm like, where's that bathtub at? Because I want that bathtub. Like I want to be able to like go into that bathtub.
I think I'm still obsessed with those No Game No Life. I to this day, like, I finished it long ago, and to this day, I'm like, I want to cosplay all the characters of this anime, and it was really like a harem, like, it was somewhat science fiction too, like the fantasy realm, but it was really good too. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty fan servicey. If you want to check it out.
Yeah, I did watch high school. I did watch most of High School of the Dead. I didn't. I was in the middle of watching it when Netflix decided they didn't want to have it on Netflix anymore.
Oh my gosh, same thing with Freezing. I was watching Freezing and Sekirei, which is
Sekirei.
Plot-based. And suddenly, I was like halfway through the first season of Sekirei, and they took it off and just had the second season. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Where did my plot go?
I like Sekirei because it was trying so hard to have a plot, but you know they didn't give a crap about that.
No,
plot.
they gave up on the plot. Like, it started off like with a plot, and then it was just plot.
And they were like, this is about something. High School of the Dead, I never watched. I watched one YouTube clip where the bullet was like going through her boobies. That's the only thing I've seen from that. Because like I've never been into zombies. I don't like the idea of it just because it doesn't make sense to me in my weird head. But like, the only zombie thing I like is like 28 Days Later.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I have a major zombie phobia, but High School of the Dead zombies don't scare me because they're cartoon.
Yeah.
Mine is like the real life zombies. Like,
not possible.
Yeah, I know. And
I did see a trailer for something. I don't know if it was a TV show or a movie where they like brought things back to life. And Natalie Portman or somebody, and they brought her back to life, and they like went crazy, and they were possessed by the devil. And it was like a horror movie, but they were technically zombies, but they were possessed, or I don't know. It looked really cool, and that reminded me of it, and I wanted to tell you about it.
Like, I don't know, like, High School of the Dead had a lot of weird moments in it, and like, there's a lot, like, especially with the character I cosplay Hirano, and like, he lets a little girl pee on him, like, in like the 4th episode. And I'm like, what? Like, when I saw that, I was like,
oh, gross.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like, and I know a lot of my friends were like, at that point they stopped watching High School of the Dead.
I don't think I ever started because I was like, I'm not about this life. But that would have turned me off. I would have been like, no, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this.
Okay, Bandit Spurs has another question. A lot of your work in the past has focused on sewing. Do you plan on doing more armors in the future?
I really have to because I really want to, and I want to be good at it. And I want to have options, which is kind of why I wanted to like dip my toes in the water, I guess, with Impa, because she's like half and half. So yeah, I definitely want to do that because there are a lot of armored cosplays that I want to do in the future, but I can't just like I'm just gonna make a whole suit of armor. Never done this before. That would be dumb.
Awesome. Okay.
Abby, I hate you so.
Rebecca wants to know, what is the most challenging costume you have made to date?
Oh, it's probably the one I had the most fun working on, which was the Jigglypuff Gajinka. Because when I did it, my fabric was so thick that, like, I guess I went, like, in, like, a dumb mode where I hand-stitched a yarn to pull my ruffles. And there's so many, I don't know if you've ever seen it before, but there's just ruffles all over the place. And so I would literally sit there for, like, an hour and a half just stitching and stitching. And it was so frustrating to have to sit there and look down and you're not even halfway, and it's so discouraging. But in the end, it's just like I did it so good.
Awesome. Abby,
Repeat the question.
what was the most challenging costume you've made to date?
I think it would be Samus. No, Lambda. Definitely Lambda 11. Because at first I was
started
like,
with that.
yeah, don't. I'm not gonna jack her entire interview to talk about Lambda, because after that everything has just seemed super easy. And also, this is my cat. Colonel. He decided to join us. Terrence is the only one that likes him because he has farts of doom. And he's gonna jack. Ah, my headphones came out. I can't hear anything
He
now.
slept on my belly one time. That was sweet.
Oh, she's got her headphones back in. We gotta stop talking about her now. Oh nope, she does have her headphones back in. Saying horrible things. Oh, we gotta stop
Oh,
talking.
it smells like corn chips.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Oh, Abby's back. Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
We gotta stop talking
Colonel.
about her. So, all right. Well, we're actually reaching the hour mark now. So.
Wow, already?
Yes, we are.
That was fun.
So.
Research. Hold on, the other cat. One of the other cats is coming now. Research.
Is there anything y'all would like to add or talk about, or?
Sergeant Nom Noms.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Sergeant Nom Noms.
I love Abby's cats.
Sergeant Nom Noms. She's so precious. She is
Sergeant
very
Nom Noms looks like he's been doing a lot of nom nom.
She's so fluffy. She's all fluff though.
Rebecca Brown says farts of doom.
Oh yeah. Colonel Farts of Doom.
Wait, did Terrence just talk about Colonel's farts? Don't his
Becky
farts.
did.
Oh, Becky did? Yeah, no, everybody knows about Colonel's farts. They're bad.
I wish I could see.
Isn't it right, Sergeant? She's actually behaving better than Colonel is for once. That's funny. She never seems to be this long.
Abby, if I ever come into your house, I'm going to wait for us to leave, and then I'm going to put random toilet paper all over your house for your cats.
Oh, no, because I shredded and I come home. I don't know. I can't remember a single con that I've come home and there's not just tissue shredded everywhere. Like, they destroy entire rolls of paper towels in just, like, one convention.
Oh. All right, guys. Well, thank y'all so much for joining me, and thank you, Abby, for crashing the interview.
Sarge,
all right, well, I'm RJ from Living for the Moment, and this is...
Which one are you pointing at? Oh, me. Tiffany.
And...
Abby Dawn Cosplay and my cats.
Signing off until next time. And remember, no matter what, keep calm and cosplay on.
And don't